Hi there. Let's learn some German. Like we will just try to speak out some simple sentences, and you can also, what you can do is you can also record it and post it in my Facebook channel, or you can also practice it on your own. And let's rehearse. The more you speak, the more you learn. Eat, to eat, or to eat. So the question is: Wir moechten etwas essen. Wir moechten etwas essen. That means we. If I just translate one to one, yeah, but it doesn't make grammatically sense when we translate from German to English one to one, just for understanding sake. So wir is we, moechten is would, etwas something, essen is eat. So I'm not going to go deep into grammar because I think most of you would have had some sort of German course where you can learn the German grammar. I will just try to speak out, and which you can also rehearse at home. Maybe record an audio and just post it in my Facebook channel or something like that. So wir möchten etwas essen. So someone comes to a restaurant and says like, wir möchten etwas essen. We want to eat something, yeah. And then the restaurant guy says, ich bringe Ihnen die Speisekarte. So he says, I bring, Ihnen is you, some sort of respect, you in plural, and then die Speisekarte. So Speisekarte is the menu. So that's what the conversation is about. So if you're going together, 3 or 4 people to a restaurant, you can practice that in your atmosphere to say, wir möchten etwas essen. And then when he says, ich bringe Ihnen die Speisekarte. So I bring you the menu card, or I will bring you the menu card. So that's the conversation. So if you say, wir möchten etwas essen, ich bringe Ihnen die Speisekarte. So Speisekarte, yeah. The word Speisekarte is, most of the German words will be two together. If you break it down, it will be easier. So die Speisekarte. Speise is to food, you can say. Speisen, you would have heard the word Speisen, Vorspeise. Karte is card, basically. A menu card or a greeting card, any card. Karte, Landkarte is a map. So that's what it basically means. So wir möchten etwas essen, ich bringe Ihnen die Speisekarte. So now there's another small conversation to say, moechtest du etwas essen? So moechtest du is like, do you want to? Etwas is something, essen is again eat. So this is do. When you use du or do, you use it in informal. So you are in a restaurant and you sit with your friend and say, you're asking the friend on the other side, do you want to eat something? So moechtest du etwas essen? And the other side basically says, Nein, habe, keinen, Hunger. So the other side says basically, no, I have no hunger. So if you translate one to one, yeah. So Nein, habe, keinen, Hunger. No, I'm not hungry. That's what you say in English. But in German you say, ich habe keinen Hunger. So that's how it is pronounced, yeah. So the problem is, like always, the keinen, Hunger is always, everyone has a problem. Like even the Germans sometimes have a problem because they might not know the real grammar background, but they will just say it. Like it's something like if you're back home in India, you might be speaking Hindi, Urdu, or Tamil, or Kannada, or Telugu. You might not know the grammar, but you will be able to speak fluently with the articles. So that's how it is for the Germans also. So I mean, there are many ways. Some, if you are good in memorizing, you can just memorize everything, or if you're good in understanding the grammar and putting everything in head, you can do that. But I prefer the way of just speaking and learning. The more you speak, the more you learn. So because there's too much things to put in mind, like Das and keinen, keinem, it's really mind-boggling. So just start speaking, like practicing wherever you go. So that's the best way to learn. So Moechtest du etwas essen? Nein, habe, keinen Hunger. So now the word says, wo kann ich Mineralwasser kaufen? So where can I mineral water buy? So where can I buy mineral water? Yeah, to say it right. Wo kann ich Mineralwasser kaufen? And the other side basically says, das bekommen Sie am Kiosk. So you're going on a street and or you're in a supermarket, or you're on the street basically, because it says in the kiosk. Kiosk is basically a small shop, like in the corner shops which you have in India, like in Tamil we say petikada, so something like that. So wo kann ich Mineralwasser kaufen? Someone is asking, where can I buy mineral water? And someone else on the road or somewhere on the street, he's saying, das bekommen Sie am Kiosk. Kiosk is the small shop where you can buy quick things. You won't get large things. So kiosk is basically on a Sunday, most of the German shops are closed. So kiosk, you can buy something for emergency purposes, and they will be in the corner of every place in Germany. Now we have a word called trinken. Trinken is to drink. So was moechtest du trinken? So what do you want to drink? So in the same restaurant, someone is asking, was moechtest du trinken? Then the other side says, vielleicht ein Glas Wasser. So maybe one glass of water. Yeah, Wasser is water. And the other problem here is we have the ein Glas. Might mix up sometimes eine Glas or ein Glas. So you have the grammar. If you have the grammar books, you can have a look like ein Glas Wasser. I'm not going to grammar again. It's too difficult for me. So vielleicht ein Glas Wasser. So was möchtest du trinken? What do you want to drink? And the other side says vielleicht ein Glas Wasser. I want to drink a glass of water. So the sentence now says, wie finden Sie das Haenchen? So again, das Haenchen, you have to basically just put it in your mind, das Haenchen. Haenchen is hen. Basically when you say Haenchen, is we say it for chicken. And the Shen is always something like they use it for small things, like Mädchen is a small girl, Hähnchen, Blümchen, something like that. There will be a lot of Shen in German. So wie finden Sie das Haenchen? So in the restaurant, after your partner or your friend has taken the food, you're asking him or her in that, wie finden Sie das Haenchen? How is the chicken? How is the food, basically? And other side says, es schmeckt wunderbar. Schmecken is taste. Wunderbar is wonderful in English. So the other side says it's wonderful food. So wie finden Sie das Hähnchen? Es schmeckt wunderbar. That's the reply from the other side. So this is, you have to practice more. Like you might practice it in a restaurant or with your friend. Yeah. So now we are talking about coffee. Nehmen Sie Zucker in den Kaffee. So he says nehmen is to take. Sie is a formal way of addressing someone. Zucker is sugar. Kaffee is Kaffee. In den Kaffee. So the problem here is we have to remember the den Kaffee. So nehmen Sie Zucker in den Kaffee. So the person is asking, do you take sugar in the coffee? So do you want to take some sugar in the coffee? Someone is asking you. When you buy a coffee in the shop, they might ask you, most of the shops just ask you Zucker. I mean, just one word. They don't ask full sentence like nehmen Sie in den Kaffee, nehmen Sie Zucker in den Kaffee. Something like in your mother tongue, no one talks with you in the full sentence. So when you buy a coffee, they'll just ask you Zucker, mit Zucker, or ohne Zucker. So when you say mit Zucker, you say with Zucker, sugar. Ohne Zucker is without sugar. That's how the restaurants talk to you. But that's what the sentence is about. Nehmen Sie is a more formal way of telling things. So nehmen Sie Zucker in den Kaffee. And the other side says, no, you say basically, und auch ein bisschen Sahne. So you say ja, yes, und auch is also ein bisschen Sahne. Ein bisschen is again, as I said, small things. Bisschen is a little bit. Sahne is milk, basically the milk cream. That's what they say. So you can say instead of milk, they also say Sahne. So ja und auch ein bisschen Sahne. Nehmen Sie Zucker in den Kaffee. Nehmen Sie Zucker in den Kaffee. Ja und auch ein bisschen Sahne. So just say it again and again and again, and also practice it when you go outside. So we have looked into few sentences. Like make it short. I'll just make it short so that it's easier for us to digest. So we came across the word Speisekarte, trinken, Essen, and hunger is hungry. Mineralwasser, bekommen is to get. Kiosk is something, a small shop, I said. Moechtest to trinken is drink. Glass is glass water. Schmecken is to taste. Haenchen is chicken. Das Haenchen, always learn with the article like Das Haenchen. And then Kaffee. Sahne is cream. That's what I said. So with the article is like to say what we had. We had die Speisekarte. We had keinen Hunger. We had Kiosk. Not, yeah, mostly it comes with Kiosk. Ein Glas Wasser. Das Hähnchen. Den Kaffee. And ein bisschen Sahne. So practice these, and then also if you want to record and also put it on audio, it would be good. Like we can, the more you practice, and it's an opportunity for you to practice. So you can record an audio and just post it in my Facebook. And if you like it, share and subscribe. I'm also learning. I'm also not perfect in German, but it's just the idea is to learn together. Thank you for watching.